Hello friends, how are you all doing? My name is Shaz, short for Scheherazade, and I love colorful makeup. Today we're going to talk about this palette, the Monteverde palette by Nomad Cosmetics, and I'm going to do 3 eye looks for you with this palette. Just look at the inside. This palette is a dream. I absolutely love looking at this color story, and I can't wait to get into this palette and do 3 eye looks for you. We're going to do swatches and eye looks. Before going in, I wanted to say that if you're enjoying watching my videos, please give my video a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel for more of similar content. If all of that is good, let's go into the video. Let's take a look at the swatches of this palette. I do 2 swipes for each color on bare skin with no primer applied. I couldn't say no to this one. Just the packaging, all the details. I've noticed within the brands a lot of times the oil from the shimmer shades seeps into the actual packaging and it leaves a stain. So there's a little bit of staining there. There's also a little bit of staining here. It also looks to me like they care about sustainable packaging, and I like that. And the reason I'm saying that is because their Fire and Ice palette, you know, it has plastic, it has very oily cover. However, the packaging for this palette and also the Fête de Provence palette and maybe some of the other palettes, newer palettes that I don't have, they look much more sustainable. They don't have the waxiness on top. I wore my little peacock earrings. I got these from Colombia years ago when I traveled to Colombia. I just thought, you know, I've never been to Costa Rica, maybe one day. I was actually thinking about going there in winter this year, we'll see. I already primed my eyes with icing from Glamlight. I don't even know where to start, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna start with this green color. You know, I kind of don't even want to ruin the impressions on top of each pan. Something is pressed, you know, some of them have impressions of birds, some of them have impressions of monkeys or the Nomad Cosmetic logo. I don't want to ruin it. They're so cute. Look at the pigmentation, everybody. I'm now gonna pick a small brush. It's just stained, there's nothing on it. The first color's name was Green Vine Snake, and this one is Glass Wings, and this one has impressions of butterflies. And I take the same dark color under my lower lid. So far the pigmentation is great. Everything is good, absolutely no complaints. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of NYX glitter primer and I'm going to put it on my lid, this area. I'm gonna go with my finger into this color, River Trail. This is a beautiful, I don't know if you can see that, beautiful purple shimmer. This color is a tad sheer, so it's not super opaque, but you can build it up and it looks beautiful. Now just for kicks, I'm gonna pick a pointy brush. I'm gonna go into this purple just a tad bit, and I'm gonna put this color under my lower lash line. I'm now gonna buff it out with this one. I'm now gonna buff it out a little bit. Okay friends, my first eye look is done. To complete the look, I put some of Monsieur Big's Lancome mascara on my lashes, and also some of ColourPop's Ultra Blotted Lip in the color Sleepy Eyes on my lips. If you don't regularly watch my videos, I have stopped buying any lip products, so most of the lip products that you're gonna see in this channel, they might be available today, but I have purchased them at least a year ago. Lip products have a much shorter expiration date than eyeshadow palettes and powders do, which is why I want to use all of my lip products before I buy any more. Which is why I'm not sure if this product is still available. I know that ColourPop discontinued or reformulated its Ultra Blotted Lip formula. So even if it's available, it might not be in the same type of packaging. With all that said, my first impression of this palette is super positive. The pigments, as you saw on my eyes, they performed fantastically. The mattes were blendable, extremely pigmented, no issues there. And the shimmer, this shimmer was a little bit sheer, but I don't personally mind that. A lot of my favorite shimmers are not opaque, so not the biggest of deals. It also built up pretty well. This was my very first time touching this palette. Haven't swatched it, haven't done anything with it yet. So first impression was super positive. Before I go into the second eye look, I'm gonna bring the camera closer so that you can see my eye makeup from close up. Okay friends, I'm back with our second eye look. For this eye look, I want to use yellow, orange, brown, and maybe that color. So let's try to do that. I'm going to pick some of the yellow, go into my crease. Oh, I forgot to mention, I primed my eye with Lancome's base. If you're watching my other videos, you're familiar with this primer because I use it. I've been using it a lot recently. The color has a little bit of kick up. I don't know if you can see all the kick up that has gathered around the color. Now I'm gonna go into this orange with a packing brush, and I'm gonna start from my inner corner area, so the inner part of the eyelid. This orange is also relatively pigmented. I'm sure you can see that in the video. Nomad Cosmetics mentioned in their Instagram page that people showed a lot of love for the sloth. I'm one of those people. Oh my god, the sloth on the packaging is so cute. You know folks, I think everybody in the world can commiserate a little bit with the sloth because we're all overworked and we all need a little bit of me time to go chill and relax in some green forest, having fun. Yeah, that sounds so attractive right now. Now I'm gonna pick another packing brush and I'm gonna go into this color. The name of this color is Passiflora, and I'm gonna pack it in the center area. Similarly on the other side. I'm gonna pick a brush with a smaller tip and I'm gonna go into this color. The name of this color is Two-Toed Sloth. Oh, my love for the tiny little sloth. Oh, so cute. And I'm gonna try to use this to deepen out the outer V area. I'm not sure if this is a brown color or a brown toned military green. I'm using it as if it were brown, and if it muddies and turns into brown, it doesn't matter too much to me. So why would it muddy? Because if it's green, green mixed with orange is gonna give us brown. Now I'm going to use a brush with a smaller tip. I'm gonna go into this color called Cloud Canopy. It's sort of a pewter gray. I'm trying to use a neutral color to balance out the brown color on the top lid. Putting this color in the inner part of my lower lid. And then I'm gonna pick another one. I'm gonna now go into this purple color. I'm gonna tap it off a little bit. And I'm gonna go in the outer part of my lower lid. Okay, so I have some fallout. I need to clean that up. There's a lot of pigment. Let me clean this up 1 second. I'm now going to pick a little bit of this color. and put it in my inner corner. The color looks a lot darker in the pan than it actually does on the skin. It's a real nice color. It's a very interesting color. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring the camera closer in a minute for you to see that. But it is literally a lime green that has very tiny glittery orange particles in it. Orange or like bronze particles in it. It's not glitter. It's like super, super fine. It's not like you're feeling anything. It's literally a creamy shimmer, but it looks as if it has like tiny glittery particles in it. And it's a very unique color. Honestly, I have a whole lot of like multichromes, duochromes from all kinds of brands. I've never seen something like this, so very exciting. I think I've continuously talked about looking for those different colors and different palettes, and a color like this really sells a palette to me. So the eye look is complete. There are some colors that I have not used that I'm going to use in the last look, but so far, based on the first impression, first look, and this second look, I'm really enjoying this palette. This is my first experience with Nomad palettes. I find the mattes in this specific palette a tad more powdery and sheer than I expect. They're by no means super sheer. Like, as you can see, I could make a very colorful look with them, and I'm pretty content with this look. But for example, this purple color had a lot of kick up to the level that if I didn't tap it, it would even like drop under my eyes, and it was a little more powdery than I was expecting. Similarly with the yellow, but both of them super pigmented. I mean, you can see it in the eye look, but wanted to mention that really depends on your preferences. I absolutely love the first look that I created. I do have to say though, this shimmer didn't last a whole lot on my eyes. It got kind of creased a little bit. I think I mentioned that it's kind of sheerer than what I'm used to, but I absolutely love this color. It's a super unique color, and this color also is super nice. I think you can see it in my lower lid. I'm going to bring the camera closer in a minute for you to be able to see it, but I did want to say that so far I love this palette. I can't wait to do the third look. And before I forget, I also did my lips with the ColourPop's Ultra Blotted Lip in the color Sleepy Eyes. But other than that, I have nothing else on my face other than this palette and the lipstick. Okay, let me bring the camera closer. Okay friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, leave me this emoji. Okay friends, going into the third and the final look, I already primed my eyes with Lancome's primer. I'm trying to not use any repeat shades. I'm going to start with this color. The color is called Resplendent Quetzal. I'm guessing that's something's name related to the location. If you know what it is, write it in the comments below. As you can see, this color is pretty pigmented. I'm enjoying it already. Now I'm gonna pick a smaller brush and I'm gonna go into this color called Blue Morpho. It's interesting to me that in the Fête de Provence palette, the names were in French, but here all the names are translated. I don't know if they've gotten it as a feedback that they should use names that people can pronounce, so that the average person has an easier time referring to the shade names. Now I'm gonna pick NYX's glitter primer, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the inner part of my lid. This is a super tacky primer. I usually don't open my eyes when I use it. I'm gonna go into this color called Magical Mist. I've never used this before. I can't really call it a multichrome, but it's definitely kind of a dimensional color. I'm gonna tap it there on top of the glitter primer. The color looks blue-green in the pan, but I see a gold shift. I'm gonna blend the location where the two colors meet to make sure there are no harsh lines. Now I'm gonna go into this pink color called Orchid, and I'm gonna put it under my lower lid. I'm gonna pick another similar brush, And I'm gonna go into this color called Bromeliad. I'm gonna put that in this more inner edge. And now I'm gonna pick a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the Wildlife Wonder color and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. I sometimes forget which colors I used and I kind of have to go by which one looks like it's being used because I've never used this palette before. Okay friends, my eye look is complete. To complete the look, I used Ofra's liquid lipstick in color Pasadena. Now let's do a comprehensive review of this palette. Overall, I really liked using this palette. I'm very happy with this purchase. Again, I bought this with my own money. I think I used all the colors in this palette except for Green Mountain, which is this color at the top. All the colors lean more towards sheerer formula. The mattes are sheerer, you need to build them up, but the mattes are more pigmented than I saw in some of the other Nomad palettes. And you can build them pretty well. The mattes were pretty pigmented, but they were a little dry. When I say dry, I'm talking about the fallout, or when you're moving your brush around, you see the fizz going everywhere. That's kind of what I'm talking about in terms of dry. So you have to be kind of careful and you have to tap your brush to make sure you don't have fallout on your face. But I've been pretty happy with the pigmentation as well as generally the color. I also think I used the other looks that I made for a good bit of the day and I didn't have a lot of issues. They didn't fade out or anything. The shimmer formulas are sheerer than I'm used to. And by that I mean when you swatch them once on your skin, you can see your skin color, so they're not fully opaque. You can build them up, that's not a problem. But I think I did mention that I had some creasing with one of the shimmers, and with the last look that I made, I only used the shimmer in my inner corner. So because there were no shimmers on my lid, there was no opportunity for the shimmer to crease. Although I feel like with matte colors, almost every color has been done before, some of the shimmers in this palette are pretty unique. This color over here, this color River Trail that I used in the first eye look, as well as Magical Mist that I just used on my lid, I find the colors pretty unique. I don't know if I've seen this color in many other palettes, if ever before. And as I've mentioned before in these videos, I usually look for uniqueness in colors when I'm picking palette these days. So these are definitely selling points for me. Okay friends, so that wraps it up for my review of Nomad Cosmetics' Monteverde palette. Now I'm going to bring the camera closer so that I show you a close-up of this eye look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel. I do a lot of similar video content, reviews of indie brands, swatches, new makeup releases, and videos like that. I don't want you to miss anything that's coming up in this channel. I love you all. Have a fantastic day, and until next time, bye.